Hello class, this is a video tutorial on the primitive function. In this video, we'll be looking at integrating just the absolute most basic expression of polynomials using the reverse power rule. So, explaining the formula here, if we are integrating some expression x to the power of n dx, where n does not equal -1, well, we increase the power by 1, then we divide by whatever the new power is. So let's see this in motion. And obviously here with a plus c at the end. And here we go. So this is x to the power of 1. We're going to integrate this. So we increase 1 to become 2. Then we divide by the new power of 2 plus c. And that's effectively it. So let's move on to the next example. Integrating this expression. Increasing the power by 1, so x to the power of 3. Dividing by the new power. Now, simply because I like fitting things into a single line, instead of doing over 3, I personally like to do it this way. 1/3 of x cubed. Now for this one, same thing. I'm going to do this in lots of steps, and after a while you can omit some of these steps. So -8, I just transfer along here, times the integral of x cubed is x to the power of 4, and then we divide by the new power, so 1/4. Now the first term doesn't change, but this next one will. It's -8 times 1/4, so 8 divided by 4 is going to be -2x to the power of 4 plus c. Did I forget the other one? Nope. There it is, plus c. Okay, so hopefully that's starting to build your understanding here. And you can probably see or understand where you could have skipped these steps. You could have went from here straight to here in one go. So I'll do this last one with lots of steps in the middle just to show what I'm doing. So we're going to integrate this with x as our variable, keeping the 5 in the front, so 5 times x to the power of 4 increased x to the power of 5, dividing by the new power, just highlighting where you could have skipped the step here. Once again here, plus 18 times x to the power of 5, increasing the power by 1, and then dividing by the new power. And once again, highlighting this step here could have been skipped and moved straight away into this final line. So 5 times 1/5 is 1, so x to the power of 5. 18 times 1/6 is 3, so x to the power of 6 plus c. So you could have very well gone from this step to this step in one go. Alright, so let's keep going with this next set of examples here. In this line, I'm introducing what happens if we have a constant. Well, the way you think of this, well, is just think of it as x to the power of 0. So in purple, you don't have to write it in. That's just what's happening here. So if we increase this to the power of 1, that becomes x to the power of 1. Dividing by the new power is dividing by 1, so nothing happens. But that 3 was still here in the front. So it'll be 3 times x to the power of 1, which you can simply just write as 3x. So a simple way to think of this is if you have constant terms, like 3, the variable just appears next to it. So here's another example. Integrating this with x as our variable. Increasing the power by 1, we get x squared. 2 divided by 2, the new power is just 1, so I'm not writing that in. Plus 5, and remember, you can imagine x to the power of 0, increasing the power by 1, dividing by 1. Well, this just gives us 5x plus c. Did I just forget the previous one? Yes, I did. Don't forget plus c with indefinite integrals. And the last one for this video, integrating this with x as our variable, x to the power of 10, negative 30 divided by 10 is negative 3. Pi is just a number, so you can think of this simply as 3. So with this, a variable appears, so it just becomes pi x plus c. So I hope that's given you an insight into the basics of the reverse power rule. Hope to see you in the next video where we take on increasingly difficult examples. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.